And we're live. Hello and welcome to Hex Therapy Live, episode 210. I'm your host, Maddie Allen, and I've got a great show for you tonight. We're going to talk about when the SEC should be dismissing their case against Hex. Hope it's soon. I'm going to talk about how I'm going this weekend to a Christmas party where David Sachs is going to be. Just a few minutes ago, he was named the AI and crypto czar for Trump's new administration. So this one's going to be juicy and probably pretty short because I have to get ready to go to San Francisco and fight all the tsunamis that they have there, or wrangle them, or whatever people do with cowboy hats. So hit the like and subscribe button, share this out, and you're in the right place. 210 weeks straight every Thursday night of Hex Therapy Live.
It's from Maddie Allen of Hex Therapy Live. I like Maddie. Maddie tries to make the world a healthier place. He's a mental health professional. He's done research.
Videos on sudden wealth syndrome.
There's nothing that a human being could do better than try and heal his fellow man.
Maddie Allen's got that covered. He does emotional, feel good, mind management, emotion stuff, like as his gig, because he's a therapist. That's what he does for a living. Like, he helps heal people.
Cool. So to answer the question on the thumbnail, first and foremost, like, when will we hear from the judge about whether Hex is getting dismissed based on jurisdiction? Well, we have no idea. But the odds are that it'll be this month or very early next month. So I'm hoping that that's going to happen before the Hex conference that is every year online, January 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. So that would be a special treat. And bonus if we can hear before Christmas. But here you can see the prices of everything in the past 30 days since the court hearing. All the RH tickers are doing really well, up in between 50 and 92%. In between 57% and 92% in the past 30 days, and Hex itself is up 73.8%. So that is that's beautiful. And yeah, I mean that's all I've got in terms of the court date, in terms of like when we'll hear the decision. But I think that's probably the biggest driver right now of like the price speculation and the reason why I still think that Hex is a good buy today, among a long list of reasons. But like the number one reason I think is that the market is not even pricing in completely that that we could get a favorable judgment and get the SEC off our back. So now, in a semi-related story, because it has to do with regulation, so on and so forth, I'm going to a Christmas party where I believe David Sachs is going to be on Saturday in San Francisco. How cool is that? Gosh, the timing is just so perfect. Because today, just in, President-elect Trump appoints David Sachs as the White House cryptocurrency and AI czar. Okay, so backstory. Maddie Allen's YouTube channel was created and started streaming weekly the same week as the All Dash In podcast. And I was actually researching my own SEO and analytics, and I found their podcast in like week 3 of their show. And they've been doing a weekly show for 210 weeks, just like I have. Now, theirs is a little bit more popular because they were starting off as Silicon Valley influencer elites, and I was starting off as like, just your Midwest therapist. But anyway, it's a coincidence that we share the same name. But anyway, so I've been watching their podcast every week because it's the number one tech and finance podcast in the world. And so I started going to their events because I like networking with smart, influential people and so on and so forth. And so 2 years ago, I went to their to their conference that they throw once a year, and had an amazing time. I got to meet people who work at Apple and SpaceX, and like made some really quality connections with people who are very impressive and influential. And so plus like just the average like attendee is like a super interesting, cool person. So still haven't like made best friends with any of the 4 guys that are on the podcast, but just like, you know, I have made friend, like I got the hookup enough to where they let me bring my DeLorean to the most recent event that they had. What was that, back in September or something? And so I'm working on it, guys. Like I'm you know, I'm doing my best here, but so far it seems to be going well. And so I went ahead and oh, and by the way, like me bringing the DeLorean saved me like $7,000 on the ticket that they were charging, and you know, which I'm not trying to spend that. And then there were like 10 times as many people who tried to get into the summit compared to like the people who got in. And so I wouldn't have even been able to get in if I didn't bring the Hex DeLorean all the way across the country on short notice. But that is what got me into the same room. It was a very large room, but I got into the same room as Elon Musk twice this year. But the first time was at the All In Summit. Now, the second time with the MAGA boys on the floor of Madison Square Garden, that was way closer to Elon. Like, it's the difference of being like, I don't know, half a football field away to like being like, you know, I reached out with the Pulse Chain coin to try to hand it to Elon, and like he's holding his son X, and like he was just looking the wrong way. Like he had to walk right past me, and you know, like my arm outstretched could, and his arm outstretched could have touched. I'm just saying, no homo, family friendly show here. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, I'm going to San Francisco, for crying out loud, which apparently is under a tsunami warning or something. But if I look at the Poly Market, it says there's only 1% chance of downtown being underwater. So I guess it's okay. The point is, you know, I'm doing my best out here. I enjoy this kind of thing, like climbing the social ladder and like trying to tastefully stand out with the cowboy hat and like, you know, a fancy outfit, and try to get more people into Hex and Pulse Chain like subtly. So that's what's up there. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I don't know. I gotta leave at like 3 or 4 a.m. to like get to the airport. I just got back from like driving overnight. Like in the past week, I've driven to and from New York to Illinois. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just going full bull mode on everything. And then we had the 24-hour live stream for Hex's birthday. It's just like, it's all going on. And then I was going to do a little PDI conference, but my main speaker got sick. And so we're just going to postpone that probably till mid-February, and then just do a big PDI conference. And that way it'll get the respect that it deserves. Cool. Yeah, so wish me luck on Saturday. I'm kind of pumped, because even if I don't, you know, seduce David Sachs himself, like, you know, I always seem to like make good connections there and that sort of thing. So yeah, say a prayer for Maddie going to the All In Christmas party this weekend. Trying out my reply guy life here with CoffeeZilla. He did like a profile on the Hawk Tua coin, which like maybe or maybe didn't rug pull, but like definitely had a bad launch process. Day one FOMO is a bitch. Johnny Chaos is like defending his honor and like shaving his head. Eric Wall said that he would shave his head if Johnny shaved his head, so that's pretty cool. I think Hex is going to do another 10,000x because of the spirit that Johnny represents, among other things. Pretty good tokenomics. And then Charlie from Cultivate Crypto had asked me to retweet this. John Bollinger, is he like the guy who invented Bollinger Bands? Was like asking what cryptos are really volatile and liquid. And, you know, we've almost ratioed him, like telling him about PulseX. So I will copy and paste that into the live chat if anybody wants to like retweet or comment under that or hit the like button there. Because like here we are doing outreach. It's so easy for you to participate. Even if you don't want to put your face on camera, you can just like, you know, be part of the social proof. Already 224 people have hit the like button where we're telling, I don't know, somebody important about PulseX. This guy has 233K followers, and like, they're not just any followers. They're people who like trading and haven't heard about PulseX. So definitely, you know, go out there and do your thing there. What else do we have here? Trevon was pointing out that like CoffeeZilla never followed up on his like idea of Hex being a scam. Yeah, because Hex isn't a scam. But this was like a particularly good video where Trevon was like representing kind of how Richard changed the game when it comes to making no expectations a thing in crypto. And I thought that this was so good that I retweeted it, which I rarely do, because it underscores like this core concept of like, it's important for our society and like for our crypto movement to understand like what the difference is between like my money and your money. And like, if we get sucked into like a communist trap of like saying that like all money is like somebody else's money, like you're not allowed to have your own money, or like you can't differentiate. Like if you trade your ETH for Hex, like the ETH isn't yours anymore. If you like trade a coin, like the liquidity, it doesn't belong. You can see it on chain, doesn't mean it's yours, that sort of thing. Like not your keys, not your coins. So, you know, as a crypto psychologist, I'm really interested in this, but I also think it's part of like crypto history. The first time when a project founder, Rich, said, no expectations, it's a finished product. And Trevon was like chronicling how that was new to him at the time, and he was trying to wrap his head around it. So that's pretty cool. I said Maddie token went up 10x in 2 hours because somebody dumped, and damn, that sucks. But I'm not saying I would buy Maddie here, but I like Hex, PulseX, and PDI. Boom. And yeah, you can read for yourself like what speculation there could be about that. Hawktua, yeah, she's on Pulse Chain. I gifted her like $100 of Hex and or Desi or whatever, and yeah, it's still like she's up 5x on that. So Richard put out a tweet to celebrate Bitcoin getting to 100K, where 7 years ago he was telling people that they could have gone all into Bitcoin at like $1,000 when Bitcoin was $5,000. Well, now it's 20x higher. And I would like to point out that I think you're still early to PulseX, and X, if we're talking about that kind of a time frame. Even a year from now, I think these will be higher. Not financial advice, but that's really cool to see. Like so many receipts. Yeah, the Hawktua team, they're in trouble. I kind of like the drama. It's interesting to me. Yeah, I don't know if you guys tuned in to our 5th birthday party for Hex, but we had tons of YouTubers come on. We had Buck Fiat, we had Dylan, we had Dipcatcher, and like Kareem. We had Crispy Man, and just so many people. We had Fast Abdul. And there were a lot of people that maybe you haven't seen on this channel for a while since like the last conference. And yeah, so it was really enjoyable. There were 501 hex stakes created on that single day for 15.2 years. And so the stake-a-thon was a success. We set the world record for the most max length hex stakes created on a single day. And looking forward to many more years and stakes together. And of course, the Hex conference, which you all should be following on Twitter, only has 1,400 followers. But obviously, I think the one that we had the last time Richard came to one, which was like 2 years ago, we had like 150,000 views, which was more than the second most popular Bitcoin conference that year. That bear market was pretty brutal. But we'll have a sign up. Basically, I'm committing myself like after this weekend, after I like go to this opportunity, hopefully to like, you know, convince David Sachs to like forget about Ethereum and Solana and like, you know, put the full force of the White House behind Pulse Chain. So that's like my weekend. And then I basically have only focusing on the Hex conference for the next month to like get everything set up for that. So we'll have speaker invites and all that good kind of stuff coming soon. Yeah, so just was tweeting a lot along the way for the stake-a-thon. Shout out to everybody who, you know, talked about that. And oh yeah, the PDI conference, I already made an announcement that's getting delayed until like February because my main speaker was sick and we need to give it the like scheduling that it deserves. So yeah. And if you guys are looking for content, like you should really check out the last 8 hours, like the last segment of the 24-hour live stream we did for the Hex birthday, because there's like so much alpha in there. I wouldn't fade that. Why, Maddie, what was the reason why you decided PDI was good? I think it's good because it's another example other than Hex where we can see that a P copy is worth something significant. And I think it could lead to a lot of adoption. Specifically, I think that there's like, it shows me that the next step is coming where there could be incentive farms set up for people to bridge over. And just mad gains. I just think like, you know, if PDI can be at like 1 cent or 3 cents, then like anything is possible. But like specifically this whole thing that I talked about with Dipcatcher at the 24-hour live stream. New SEC chairman should help. I agree. Smashed them likes. Appreciate it. What's up, Drakes? Yeah, so I mean, you know, I could like put on a super long show tonight, but I got to get ready. I got to get ready to go to San Francisco and win the hearts and minds of David Sachs and all of his friends. So, but we're already 18 minutes in. I feel like I've got like a sunburn or something going on. Better get some good sleep tonight. Okay, cool. So 338 people watching live, 1,000 or 2 on the replay. Appreciate it when you guys hit the like and subscribe and share this out. Got good stuff coming for you. Yeah. So in summary, the future looks really bright. Now's a good time to get into PulseX and PHEX and all that good kind of stuff. Regulation is looking good. David Sachs is looking good. What else? The Hex case hopefully getting dismissed sometime this month. Good things on the horizon. And of course, you know, more people being involved and, you know, getting the good word out. So with that being said, I better load up my thumbnail here. Better load up my thumbnail. Oh, by the way, I think like 150 or maybe in between 150 and 200 Trezors got ordered just in the past like 3 or 4 days from my referral link. So a lot of people have decided that they don't want their crypto to get hacked this bull run. Good thinking. So there's still a description pinned in the link below, but like if you are not getting on the security train already, like, you know, it's not too late, but at some point it will be too late, like if your funds get hacked. So get a Trezor, please. You need to if you're migrating because you have Hex stakes. And I don't know if like the discount is still going on, but check it out. If all your crypto gets hacked, it doesn't matter if you paid, you know, $55 for a Trezor or if you paid $75, like, you know. Yeah, so word of warning, like still it's important to get those. Costs you the same amount of money to use my link, but it also supports the channel. And speaking of supporting the channel, you can also go to hexcommunity.com and mint your free comm for all the Hex stakes that you've created. And yeah, so hopefully that's helpful. And then, of course, donation address, mati.pls.fyi. You can find all my links and a donation address. So with that being said, thanks everybody for tuning in. And until next time, stake wisely, my friends, and peace out.
What's good, Maddie? At a stake in today. Think I'm gonna throw a party for the Hexicans. You know, it's gonna be live. I want you to come over, call everybody, call ATX and them. Tell them to stop through, man. It's gonna be live today. Gonna turn up for you, Maddie. And we're live.
Hey, yo, Trace, you ready?
And we're live.
We're live like Maddie Allen. We're live like Maddie Allen.
And we sticking the hex, cause you know it's the best.
We're live like Maddie Allen. We're live like Maddie Allen.
And we ripping the hex, cause you know it's the best.
We're live like Maddie Allen. We're live like Maddie Allen.
And we sticking the hex, cause you know it's the best.
We're live like Maddie Allen. We're live like Maddie Allen.
And we ripping the hex, cause you know it's the best.